So it's been a pretty unrelenting 24 hours for James and Myka Stauffer, and still no additional statements from them other than the video now with over 1 million views on YouTube. And this is by design, and it's coming directly from their lawyer, Thomas Tanoff, one of the main lawyers representing the family. They are instructing James and Myka to say nothing, to make no additional statements. Tanoff has been attempting to defend the couple by saying that they met with a number of behavioral and medical experts who made the determination that the best thing for Huxley would be to place him with another family. And he is quick to point out that it is not another foster family, but that it is a permanent housing situation, a forever family, as Myka pointed out. But still, do any of us that are hearing that really believe that a group of experts would say, yeah, you just need to give up your son. You're not the right fit. Somebody else is. Have you thought about giving up your son? Who is going to recommend that? But what many of us actually think is happening is that it was getting harder and harder for them to monetize Huxley's situation. In fact, this is a couple that in the past charged $5 to unlock a 1,000-piece puzzle of a previously unreleased photo of Huxley. It's just amazing that that worked, but it did. They pulled at the heartstrings of people, and they came through. So one of the things that led to us getting here is the pressure that was put on Myka and James. And one of the accounts that really put pressure on them to make this official statement was at Myka Stauffer Fan on Instagram. And this person had been just that, had been a fan. But when they had noticed that Huxley stopped appearing in videos in late 2019, stopped appearing in photos in February of 2020, they asked the question, what's going on with Huxley? And were immediately blocked by Myka. Obviously, the alarm bells rang, and this account shifted into getting justice for Huxley, finding out what was going on with Huxley, and finally, they made this statement because largely pressure by this account and by other individuals.
Give me a kiss. No? Okay. Show me poop. Show me your sign for poop.
That video was taken in late 2019 and would be the last time we would see Huxley in video form. Myka would go on to talk about via Instagram that Huxley was doing well, was making progress, was in ABA, Applied Behavioral Analysis, and she was excited to see what he was going to accomplish in their third year of having their son. By Mother's Day, she was saying it was the hardest Mother's Day that she had ever had, and the demands for information about Huxley had reached a fever pitch. Soon after, obviously, we would get the video that we got from them. So where do we go from here? I think for many of us, we think that this family has to step away from the social media spotlight, has to quit worrying about being an influencer, has to literally step away from all the commercialism that they have come to represent. There is a petition on change.org asking that all monetized videos of Huxley be taken down. There are also calls for the money that was made off of the videos featuring Huxley go to Huxley, because clearly he was the breadwinner for this family. His mere existence was monetized, which is hard to even say, but it's true. User Rejectments has been using a tactic of actually reaching out to sponsors, and they're not the only one. Many have done this. Airflow Breast Pumps was one of the first to get back and say, hey, we had a limited partnership, a one-time partnership with Myka and James, and that ended. And they aren't the only sponsor to say that they no longer have a relationship with this family. In fact, other brands that have said that they will no longer work with Myka include TJ Maxx, Playtex, and Kiwi Botanicals, with more joining that list every day. Also, remember this is the same woman who went on an extended trip to Bali after making the decision to rehome her son. So ultimately, Myka and James have failed as parents. There's no way around that. They have failed. And as a consequence of that, they have potentially been canceled. And it's time to step away from social media and sponsorships and influencing. And where they go in the future, I think ultimately depends on them. But making money on the backs of others may be over.